3, 2, 1.
Good day everyone, GarageKing here, and today we're going to reseal the transmission on my Volkswagen Vanagon. Now, it all happened when I was rebuilding the engine. Mine is leaking at the bell housing. It's a common leak. I'm going to show you how I'm going to seal it up. It's pretty easy. There's 6 bolts in the bell housing. You can see I numbered them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is 4 on the bottom, so 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bolts in total. So that's 6 in the bell housing part and 4 on the bottom. And they are different lengths. The one on the bottom are shorter. These are the bell housing bolts. You can see they have a washer that does not come off. So it's like an impregnated washer. And let's take out these bottom bolts and give you a look at them. And you'll be able to see they are a little bit shorter, but again, they have a built-in washer. So there's nothing wrong with these factory bolts, so I'm just gonna clean them up and reuse them. So now with the rubber mallet, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give some taps here and we'll be able to pull off the front bell housing. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look inside. Now, we're gonna zoom in a little bit because if you wanted to go further, you can see we're gonna look down the main input shaft right here. There is a clip right there. You're gonna get your snap ring pliers, remove the clip, and then you can pull that sleeve forward and basically unthread the shaft. It's that easy. Next, you would undo the drive flanges. However, you do need this special tool that I'm showing you right here. And that will release the bearing, but the problem is you need a special pinion depth tool to set the pinion depth. So what I would do is I would just take a punch and just stake it so you put them back in the same way if you do decide to go that route. Anyway, you saw the bolts on the bottom were a little bit longer than the ones on the side if you were paying attention to me taking off this back piece right here. Now this really wasn't leaking, but I figured, you know what, I'm doing this anyway, so I might as well take it off. It's a pretty easy job, and plus it lets me inspect the rear of the transmission. So this way I can look to see if any teeth are chipped or there is anything that's obviously wrong with the transmission, which I don't see at this time. Everything actually looks pretty good. The one thing that I am surprised at is how easily these factory gaskets actually come off. You can see here, I'm just pulling it and it's not disintegrating or making a big mess. Now here it did rip a little bit at the top, so that's not a big deal. I can just take a razor blade and I'm going to clean it. Now you definitely don't want to use a wire wheel or anything abrasive with the transmission still assembled because you will or could have a good chance of getting tiny particles in the transmission and that'll give you premature wear. So you definitely don't want to do that. So the reason I'm going to use Loctite 518, I'm not going to use the actual gasket, is you could see if I zoom in here, there is slight pitting there, I guess just over time. And I don't know how well the gasket's going to seal. I mean, it's probably going to be okay, but even if we look at the bell housing, and here's the bell housing, I'll zoom in on the bell housing, you can see there is slight pitting there just over time. So it's not a perfect surface there. So that's why I want to use a Loctite 518, just so it can take up those tiny little gaps. All right, so sorry, I didn't get that on camera. I thought my phone was recording and I guess it wasn't. But anyway, I put a small bead of Loctite 518 all around. And then what I did is I used a little brush just to brush it so it's nice and level. And this way I know I have good coverage. I'll make sure that my phone is recording on the second half of the transmission when I do the bell housing so you can see that part. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of the Loctite 518 again, just on the case side. And again, I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just going to brush it in just to thin it all out to make sure everything's covered. Okay, so you can see I went around the transmission there. Here's the back area right here. I've went around it as well. If you're wondering why I did add this little part here, the factory gasket adds that little part there. It actually comes down right there. So I figured, why not? And upon closer inspection, I did realize that the vent goes right at the top there. I'll throw up an arrow. So that is probably why the original factory gasket went that way. So I just want to mirror that. Obviously the 2 long bolts go on the very bottom here. The rest of the bolts are all the same size. "14 foot-pounds is what it calls for. That's the factory spec to tighten it up. Now what I always do, a little trick here with a little bit of air, this is a breather hole, so you just want to make sure that it's clear. So now we're going to flip the transmission around and we're going to do the front bell housing. So again, I am using my Loctite 518. If you guys use anything different, please let me know. Or if you guys just prefer to use gaskets all the time, I would be very curious to know. So here we have a light coating and you want to make sure you put it on very thin. You could almost see, you could see the steel through the brush marks. And the reason you want to do it super thin is because I did it on both sides. I guess if you did it on one side, you could do it a little bit thicker, but anyway,
It's supposed to go on very, very thin.
Now, when you're putting the front bell housing back onto the transmission, you want to be careful to line everything up because you don't want the input shaft sort of scraping as it's coming through. Plus, you know, you have to line up those dowels. And then once you know the dowels are lined up, then you're just going to use a rubber mallet and you're going to give it some light taps just to seat it, and you'll be able to hear a change in the sound once the bell housing is seated to the transmission body. Now, if you remember from before, the 4 shorter bolts are going to go in the bottom, just like so.
And the 6 longer bolts go inside the bell housing here.
And maybe this is a good time to ask, what is your experience with these transmissions? Do any of you guys take them apart in your garage?
Again, 14 foot-pounds.
And that's pretty much it for the video. So I'd be really curious to hear what your experience is with these transmissions, especially if you rebuild them. Do you use anaerobic sealer like I did? I use a Loctite 518. Do you guys use something else? Or do you prefer gaskets? And also, if you put a new ring and pinion in, is there some trick to setting it if you don't have the factory tool? Now, it's easy to take a ring and pinion out and put the same one back in if you put the parts in exactly the same way. But a new one's a little different, so I'd be curious to see if there is a trick to accomplishing that task. Anyway, that's it for the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I am GarageKing. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you again.